All right, thanks everyone for taking your time to attend tonight's session. This session tonight will be all about data analysis or data analytics. And a quick introduction about myself before we go into the agenda. My name is Akin Oladeji, the founder of Learn with Pride, and we've been going strong for the last for over 3 years now. I transitioned myself, and the company was actually born based on my own personal struggle and personal experience. I came from an accounting background with no technical knowledge, and I was desperate for a change as well, a career change in IT. I've done so many certifications, but I'm not getting the job. And what is missing is the experience, because I haven't got the experience. I've got the certification, right? But I don't have the knowledge. I don't have the know-how. So I'm not getting the job, right? And until I did a similar course like this back then, it was a 3-month course. And after that, even the support wasn't really there that time. You can't go back to them when you have any issues or problem, So I did most of the work myself, sleepless night. And as God will have it, I got the role. So from non-technical, I moved to technical role. Now I'm into software automation engineer. I write codes in programming language like C#. This is someone who came from a non-technical background, accounting, and I'm doing a technical role now. Not only do I do a technical role now, I train other people as well to become like me. So the company was established to bridge the gap between, please, if you are not talking, can we mute our mic, please, if you are not talking. So yeah, the company was established to bridge that gap, which is the most important in getting the role, which is the experience that most people are lacking, right? Nowadays, people will still coming up and tell me, do I get certificate? Do you issue certificate? Certificate is good. It's a good thing to have. But based on personal struggle, based on personal experience, only the certificate will not get you the job. You need the experience. You need the know-how. And that is what you are going to get on this journey. So yeah, I have a quick slide I want to share with you. It's a brief, very, very, very short slide. And after that, I will hand it over to the facilitator that will take you through the journey. The journey is a 4-month journey. But I tell you, at the end of that 4 months, you'll be able to stand and compete with those who has been doing it in the industry for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You'll be wondering how come, how does that measure up? Yes, it measures up in the sense that if you do everything that you've been told to do, if you commit your time, if you are determined, then I tell you at the end of that 4 months, you'll be in a good position to apply for roles, to compete, because you'll be trained in 4 industry standards, and not only you'll be trained practical training, you also do a project on each of the tools that you'll be using on this journey. So now tell me how you won't be in a good position at the end of the 4-month journey to apply for jobs and to get your desired role that you've always wanted. All right, so quickly, let me go through my slide. This, I'll leave it to the facilitator to tell you more about data analysis and all of that. So how much can I get if I eventually become a data analyst? The average salary of a data analyst in the UK, it's around 65,000. They are really, really in high demand. Almost every organization requires a data analyst. And that is why they are in real demand. So this is just a snippet of what you can actually get. And also, it's one of the roles that you can get a sponsorship for as well, right? So this is not only about people that wants to travel or people that wants to relocate. No, even since after COVID, right, it has made it possible to work remotely everywhere. Any part of the country that you are. You might be in Nigeria and you can get a remote job in UK. You might live in the UK, you might get a remote job in Canada. You might live in Ghana and get a remote job in Australia. It has made it possible since after COVID. So it's not about those that really want to, regardless of your reason why you want a change, it can happen, but it can only happen if you acquire the right skills, the right knowledge. And that is what you get with us. All right, so quickly, you can work remotely, as I said, any part of the world that you are, you can work remotely. That gives you the advantage as well. At the comfort of your home, you can work. So the training roadmap. So you're going to embark on a 4-month training. And after that, it will be project. After that, optimize brand, apply for jobs, prepare for interview. Let me explain that in detail. So the training is a 4-month training, as I told you. You'll be taught in using industry standard tools like Power BI, Tableau, SQL, Python. Tell me, how can you know these 4 tools and you won't be able to get a job at the end of the day? There is no way. If you're talking about the most common tools used in this role, industry standard tools, you'll be talking about Power BI, you'll be talking about Tableau, you'll be talking about Python, you'll be talking about SQL. These are all the things that you are going to have a hands-on practical experience on. So that is about the training and the project. So the way it happens, the way it's going to happen is for each of the two that you'll be trained on, you'll be given a project on it. So at the end of the Power BI, you'll be given a project to do on the Power BI. At the end of SQL, you'll be given a project to do on SQL. At the end of Tableau, you'll be given a project to do on Tableau. At the end of Python, you'll be given a project to do on Python. So that means you have 4 different projects in your portfolio that you can showcase to recruiters when you start applying for jobs. This is the good thing about it. You have 4 different projects. The next one is optimize your brand. So remember the roadmap. The first thing is the training. Now that you've gone through the training, you've gone through the project, you've acquired the necessary knowledge. The another most important thing is your brand. Your CV has to be, optimized. You probably need to revamp your CV, your LinkedIn presence as well. Because if you are not visible to recruiters, you are not going to get calls. For your phone to start ring, not to stop ringing, you need to be visible. And how can you be visible? Through LinkedIn. LinkedIn has become a professional marketplace now, whereby recruiters goes there to recruit, right? Also, your CV has to be top notch as well. So you need to work on your branding, because even if you acquire the knowledge, right, but you are not visible, then you will still not get the job. So you need to acquire the knowledge. You need to be visible. Then you need to start going for applying for jobs. If you don't apply for jobs, recruiters should be calling you. It's either of the two, right? As you're applying for job manually, recruiters should be seeing your CV, seeing your presence online, contacting you, calling you at the same time as well, right? So after applying for jobs, then comes the interview preparation, which we help with as well. When you are shortlisted for any interview, part of the support we give is to help you to do the interview preparation as well. So a quick breakdown of what is covered when you enrolled or register on the course. So you go through the practical training, you go through the projects, mentorship as well, interview preparation, and you'll be given a reference for the duration that you are with us. So this is a 4-month program, meaning you'll be given a 4-month work reference from us. This is the package that you get if you enroll with us at the end of the day. Quick one. This is a job advert from the job site, right? As you can see, it's paying around 60K to 80K per annum. You can get this. The other one, the second on the slide, is paying 50K per annum. This one is paying 45. The other one too is paying 45 to 55. So the average, I would say, is around 50, 55, 60,000 when you are considering a permanent role. But if you are considering a contract role, then you are looking like probably like 400 pounds per day, 500 pounds per day, 600 pounds per day, depending on the company. So if you're getting 400 pounds per day, that is like 8,000 per month. You can do the calculation per year as well. That is a lot of money. This is the opportunity that the role, for enrolling on the training can give you. What you think is not possible can be made possible after acquiring the knowledge. So before I don't want to take much of your time. Before I go over, introduce the facilitator to take you the course breakdown and a quick demo, a taster of what you get if you enroll. The last that I've got on air is, this is for tonight alone. Tonight and tonight alone. If you register tonight or today, if you enroll on the course today, you get a 50%. That is half of the money off. And this is for 4 months. Don't forget, this is a 4-month journey. This is twice a week for 4 months. So that is a bargain that you cannot get anywhere. So I'll hand over to someone now. If you have any question, you can keep sending them on the chat. After the presentation, I'll go over the question and we can answer them all. So Samuel, over to you. Thanks.
Good evening, everyone. Hello?
Yeah, good evening. We can hear you.
Yeah, good. Sorry, I'm trying to share my screen. So welcome once again to, please, can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, we can.
Please, can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
All right, good, thank you. So welcome once again to the tester section on data analysis. So I'll be introducing you to what the program is all about. The role data analysis analyst, what you do as a data analyst, and everything around the training itself. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Samuel Adedotu. So currently I work as a data analyst with an agricultural consulting firm. It's an international firm where we help farmers to reduce their post-harvest risks using data analysis. Before now, I've worked in a financial firm where I served as a portfolio analyst and also a data analyst. Over there, I was able to do data management, data visualization, and also do a lot of data query. So I've been on this journey for over 5 years now. So I can call myself an experienced data analyst. So introduction to data analyst. The training course will be for 4 months, like my team head has mentioned. Now, what is data itself? Data powers everything that we do as individual, as and as a complaint. According to the CEO of LinkedIn, Jeff Werner, it says data powers everything we do. And I believe we can all agree to this, right from our personal data down to the group data. Everything we do, starting up our day to the close of our day, everything revolves around data. Now, what does data analyst do? As a data analyst, what is required of you? A data analyst collects, cleans, and interprets data sets in order to answer questions and solve problems. So basically, as a data analyst, you will be required to solve business problems through collecting, cleaning, and interpreting data. And as a data analyst, you can actually work, and your job is required in every role, every industry you see yourself. In finance industry, criminal justice, science, medicine, government, you would always be needed as a data analyst. Your service is needed. You'll be required to find out what customers should do to have you'll be called on to determine the business targets, find the opportunities around an idea, find the trends in the market, all of that as a data analyst. These are the things you'll be doing as a data analyst. What is data analysis? Like I said earlier on, data analysis is you'll be identifying, collecting data, cleaning data. You analyze data, then do the interpretation through data reporting. And all of this can be done using different data analysis tools, which I will be introducing to you also. Now, you might be wondering, is data analyst still in demand? We've been hearing this role coming up, data analyst. Is it really a lucrative job? Does it have high demand? So according to a search, data analysts are among the most in-demand professions that you can find. And once you master the core skills, you can work in almost any industry. This is a search done on 21st of September 2022, just a few days back. So from this, you can see you can't exhaust that job position. It's something that is growing day by day. The more data that is coming in every day, the more need for data analysts. Now, according to the World Economic Forum feature of job report in 2021, it listed data analysts among the top emerging job role. So coming into this field would actually put you in that position where you'll be able to actually get yourself into that space, that emerging role where you can actually pick up any job you like. Now you decide what job you want to do. You get different applications, different recruiter will be calling on you. You don't have to submit your CV. Once they see that key point in your profile, they message you both on LinkedIn and other online recruiting platform. Now, why you should become a data analyst? The data analysts come from many different backgrounds. You don't have to be in tech before you can be a data analyst. You don't have to be in tech. You can come from the telecommunication background, a media background, a science background, health background. You don't need any previous knowledge on tech before you can come into this spot. It is in high demand, like I mentioned earlier on. Data analysts are constantly evolving. You keep learning. It's a job that is a road that put you on your toe. You keep learning because data keep evolving. More data keep coming in. So the more you keep learning, and it becomes interesting. You are not dormant in the role. You keep learning. You keep adding skills to yourself. We can work in any sector. Now about our training. The training will introduce you into the world of data analyst. You will learn how to go through the entire data analysis process. On the training, you will be there to help you with whatever questions you want to ask, or wrapping your data into format you can use and fixing any problem with it. You will learn exploration of data, finding patterns in it, and building your intuitions about it. You will learn how to draw conclusions and make predictions and communicate your findings. And now one thing you should know is this: unlike others online courses where you will just be teach without a practical or mentorship plan, if you subscribe to this training, what you'll be getting is a proper structured learning and mentorship that will help you to find and land yourself a dream job in data analysis. So the training curriculum, it will be in 4 parts. It's a 4-month training where we'll be focusing on using each of the data analysis tool per month. So for the first month, we'll be working using our Power BI. Power BI is a visualization tool, analyzing our visualization tool, just like Tableau. We'll be using Tableau in the 2nd month, and at the 3rd month, we'll be using SQL. We use SQL for data management and data query through the database. Then we will be working using the Python. Python will introduce you to that domain knowledge of data analysis, data science. Then in all of this, for each of the two you'll be working on, we would have time to actually take on capstone projects. So at the end of the training, you would have 4 practical business-based training projects rather that you can actually use to make your portfolio. What you'll be learning under Power BI, connecting data, we call it the ETL process. That's extracting, loading, and transformation. Then you will learn how to do visual modeling under your Power BI. You will learn how to do visualization and also how to send in a report, a proper report to your audience. On Tableau, Tableau is also another data visualization tool that we'll be using during this training. Same as Power BI, you can use Tableau to connect to different data sources, clean and transform data, combine data, create visualization, and also present your story to your audience. Then also you'll be learning how to create and modify worksheets. Now for SQL, on SQL we will learn knowledge of all the essential SQL commands, how to create a database, how to select part of a database, how to insert some data into a database, an already created database, and all other things. Also, at the end of the training, you know how to proficiently use the SQL tools in terms of the group by, the joins, and all other subqueries and the aggregate functions. You also learn how to do sorting and filtering using different SQL commands. In all of this, all these practical knowledge and know how to do is what is required of you, even while working as a data analyst. So at the end of the training program, you will be you have sufficient knowledge rather to cover everything relating to database as a data analyst. Then on Python, like I said, Python moves you into the line of data science, being a data scientist. And what's the difference between being a data analyst and a data scientist? It's just the programming aspect of it. So we'll be doing a bit of programming in Python while we move to Python, which is on the 4th month. We'll be using the Python to do Jupyter notebooks, using the IDEs, working with numbers and strings and lists, defining functions, show how to do simple flow control and language features, then do reading and writing files, then also installing and using common analytics libraries. Now, on getting a job, getting jobs as a data analyst, you get jobs from different job sites, from LinkedIn, from Twitter, Indeed.com, Dentry.io, and all of that. During the COVID, I got a good job that paid me so well during that COVID time through Twitter. And that's a remote opportunity. One thing about data analysis, you can actually get yourself working in on two different projects at the same time. You can see yourself working for company A and company B and solving different business problems. And in this, you are getting paid in all. Another places you can get jobs as a data analyst, through Viva, Upwork, and all of that. Aside being in that line of data analysis, as a data analyst, you can see yourself working as a technical writer. You write all about data analysis, then and show how to solve problems on data analysis. These job roles are common on Viva and Upwork, and you get much good pay on it. Now, you might be wondering, do I need to have computer science background before I can pick up this training or becoming a data analyst? No, you can come in with no computer science background. We have been on this training for a while, and we have people that don't even know how to even operate their like how to even open a folder on the system, and they have become so good and pick up a good role in data analysis. So on that would be all on my introduction. Going forward, I will try and quickly show something you can do on using Power BI. Just a quick one on Power BI, how to transform and do a quick visual. Please, are we together? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
All right, good. So this is the Power BI desktop. All right, good. Power BI desktop is a free version of Power BI. Power BI itself is a tool that was created by Microsoft Office. We have the query editor on which is equivalent to your pivot in your Microsoft Excel. So I'll quickly show how to do a quick visualization. And these are part of the thing you will get in the training. Now, Power BI is a tool that it can allow you to connect to different data sources. This shows the interesting part of Power BI as a tool. Unlike Excel that has limited connection, Power BI can connect to different sources. As you can see right here, it can connect to Excel, text file, XML, ISON, folder, PDF, and all of that. You can see it has so many data format that you connect to. So tonight we'll be working on two different data: a data in Excel format and a data in text file. So I want to go ahead to connect my data in Excel format. So I click on connect, and I go ahead to find out where the data is from my system. So this is the data I'm looking for. Is a data that has the customer information. It has the customer information, and this is the first page when you are loading in, that's extracting your data. That's the first process when you are using it, when you are using your Power BI. So right here, I have a sheet and a table. This is a table right here, and the other here is a sheet. So it is advisable that you always load in your table, because for sheet can come in a format that might not be well presentable. So you use your table. So if I'm bringing in my table, I have load, I have transform data, and I have cancel. So right here, I'll be going on transform data. For every data, as a data analyst, before you do anything on data, you have to work on it. That's do the cleaning. And the cleaning is what we call the transformation. So while I click on transformation, the engine will bring me into where I call the Power Query Editor. This is a place where I can do my cleaning on my data. Right here, I want to bring in another data. So to bring in another data, I go to go to home, and I click on new source. So once I click on new source, it opens another page where I can connect to another data set. From this, you can see that, so the other data I'm connecting to is the text file. This is one of the importance of Power BI over the Excel that we all know. For Excel, you can't work on two different data sources at the same time. For Power BI, you can do that. And that is the new age of a data analyst. You have to understand how to use each of these two for you to be able to have that opportunity that you are longing for. So right here, I have two data. I have the master customer and I have the invoice data. So first, I want to rename this. I want to rename this master customer as customer. I can rename it from there. So once I do the renaming, customer, it's renamed. So right here, over here, what I have on this, the column head is, I have the column head, and right here I have the text format, the format in which each of these text was saved. And you can see right here, I have the apply steps. This apply step will be showing me each of the steps that I will be doing. So if in case I need to delete any step, I just click and delete it. It takes me back directly. Now, what do I need to do now? This is customer ID. Is in number format, as you can see here, and this is customer group is in text format. And the next thing we have is the customer name is in text format. We have customer category, and we have the orders. So if I check through this is another data, the invoice data. This two data is what I'll be using, or will be using directly rather, to do our visualization. So on the invoice data, I have the invoice ID, I have the customer code, I have the customer transaction ID, then I have the description, I have year, then I have month, I have day, I have page, type day, quantity, and all of that. So as the first thing you should know is this: I have my year, month, and day in separate column, but I want to combine them. That's the first thing you should do. That's the first thing you have to do. So let's combine. I want to combine this. And why do I need to combine it? Because everything serves as date, both year, date, year, month, and day. Together, we call it date. So to do this, I want my month to start. So all I have to do is this. Click on the month, holding my control key, then click on the day, then click on by holding it, I right click, then I go directly to merge column. This is the merge column. So once I do that, the column will be merged together. This is what I have there. It says you want to merge column. In what way? Choose how to merge the selected column, the separator, and the merge. So what do I want to use? How do I want to merge it? Separator or custom? So if I click on custom, I have to now mention what I want to use as the divider. So if I put slash and I change the name, it's requesting me to change the name of the new column. So I want to change this new column to date. So once I do that, you will see what you have here. So this is it. So I've successfully merged the years together. And now we have a new column, which is date. But if you can, as you can see it here, you have ABC as the data format. It's not in the best format, so you have to change the format. So let me change the format. I click on the data format icon. We have decimal number, fixed decimal number, whole number, percentage, and date. Date and time, then date. Once I click on date, it automatically changes this to date format. Now, if you go to this again, you can see I have my sales. Sales is in text format, but we all know sales should be in currency, which should be in fixed decimal. So once I do that, I've successfully changed this to dollar. I can actually change the currency also once I get to my visualization page. But right now, I've successfully changed it to currency format. And from this, you can see all the steps that have been, all the steps I've done, reflecting on this side of the data. Now, if I go to this, to the customer, let's see, I have on my customer, okay, I have city and province. I don't want it to be together. City should be a column, while province should be another column. So how do I do this? So all I have to do is split the column. All I have to do is split column. So if I go to my transformation, I can see, I click on this and I go to transformation. I can see split column. So if I go to split column, how do I want to split column? Is it by delimiter, by number of character, by positions, lowercase to uppercase and all? So I'm splitting by delimiter. So once I click on that, it brings me to this page where I have to set how I want to do my splitting. So right here, I'm splitting by delimiter. This is the delimiter that was stated. So I go ahead and click OK. So once I click OK, see what you have here. I've successfully splitted out the column into two, and I can rename it into city and province. To do that, just click on the header and you do your renaming. Okay, then I can rename this as province. Okay, now you can see. So together, I have successfully done a process called ETL. I've done a process called ETL. I have done cleaning. What I've done here is cleaning. So the next thing, if I want to maintain all this column, I can leave the column. Or if I need to actually hide some column, I can do any of that through the transformation or add column, any of them. So once I'm done with this process, I will go to my file and click on close and apply. Close and apply will apply all these changes I've done into the data, and it takes me back into my Power BI page. You can see say apply changes is applying. The system is applying the changes right here. So it's loading the changes based on the what I've done so far. Is loading it, and why it's doing that, on the left hand side of the Power BI page, I have the data page, which is the first page I have there. This is data page. Sorry, this is the data page right here. It shows the data we have imported in, and this right here is the report page where you do your report at the end of the day. And what we have here is called the model page. So from what you can see here so far, I have my model page. I've already created a relationship through the help of Power BI. Power BI has done an automatic model for me. The relationship will connect the two tables. That's the two data sources I'm bringing in. That's the invoice data and the customer. Now the relationship will be the column that is common between the two. If you look at the two, what is common between them is customer ID, and there has been a relationship. But as data analyst, one of your job will be to actually create models, because there's a lot of time you'll be seeing yourself working on a large database, which you won't want to actually leave the job for Power BI to do the connection for you. So you will, during the course of the training, you'll be learning how to do modeling as well. So right here, if we move to the reporting, based on the connection we have, we can bring out a visual right now that would show something relating to the data. So on a quick one, let's bring out customer category against sales. Customer category against sales. So if I click on customer category from my customer, and I go to my data, invoice data, and I click on sales. Okay, right here, what we have is a table showing the category customer category name, that's customer category against sales. This can be changed to any other chart that you want it to be. If I can change it to a bar chart, you can see this is a good representation of the customer category against sales. From here, we can conclude that on the customer category, the Lofty shop has the highest sales for this particular data, and the supermarket, followed by the supermarket, then followed by the gift store and the computer store. Now we have this as a list, and each of these has a label. We have each of the sum directly. These are the things you'll be doing if you subscribe to our training. And trust me, it's structured in such a way that you'll be learning it, and like in a structured way. You won't be left to do it alone. You learn process by process, and throughout the training, you have my detail on how to reach out to me if you have any problem while learning, or even while doing anything as regards to the training. And trust me, this training is something you need to actually subscribe to right now, because we have in our concluding cohort, we already have people that have been called on by the recruiter already. They are already picking up different. They have not done a proper format of their CV, but just based on what they have learned so far and what the project they have worked on, and different things they have been introduced to, they now see themselves as a hot cake in that space of data analysis or data analysis as a whole. So thank you, everyone. If you have any question for me, I'll be here to answer as well.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Samuel. So that's just a if we should go deep into data analysis, we won't leave here tonight. It's broad, and that's the reason why it's 4 months and it's twice a week. So that means that is 4 hours twice a week, just because we want to cover as much as possible during the course. You want to make you an SME by the time you finish. That is the subject matter expert on the tooling that you'll be using. So any question, please kindly ask your question, or you can unmute, or you can raise your hand if you got any questions and you want an answer to. Kindly raise your hand and we shall be more than happy to answer the question.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, this is Ayo. My basic question is this: is there like a manual that is also a guide to this data analytics for one to that can enhance someone's learning? going forward as well. So maybe even after the 2 hours training, online training, one can say go back to it and do a review. That is after one must have registered with you. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yeah, we
can hear
can
you.
hear
I
you.
can hear you.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I can't see my screen again. All right. Yes. So every session is recorded. That is number one. So you can go back to the recording anytime you want. Play back, play forward, anything you want, you can do that. And also, the classes as well. Samuel tried to send out what is it called now? The materials for each session as well. Apart from the recording, he tried to send that out as well. So you have both in your possession.
Wow, that's good. Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Sorry if I pronounce this name wrong. Apote, you can unmute yourself.
Okay. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I just want to ask. I noticed the data preparation in R was not mentioned and Excel too. So I don't understand. Is this module for just data analysis or a total module for data scientists?
No, it's just for data analyst. We'll be taking just the few parts of Python. Python is majorly for data scientists more than it's been for a data analyst. So we'll just be taking and also so Python and R are some almost same thing, but for this course we'll just be limiting to Python. So why we work on this major two, the other one will be coming in later. But we are focusing just on data analysis.
Okay. Okay, for the payment plan, I can how many installments? Sorry, the installment. How many installments? Twice or once?
If you're taking advantage of the 50% tonight, that will be full payment, half payment. But if you want to do installment, that will be you still get a discount. That will be 20% discount, and half payment is required, and the other half can be paid in 2 installments. So you have choice actually. If you want to subscribe tonight and take advantage of the 50%, that will be a full payment at once. But if not, you can still get 20%. And after you deduct the 20%, half of that will be due to start. And the other half, you can pay that in 2 installments.
Sorry, sir. How much are we talking here? How much?
The cost is $5.99 without the discount. Pounds,
Okay.
£5.99 without the discount. Am I sharing my screen?
No,
I'm not. Oh,
yeah, it's not.
sorry, 1 second. Can you see my screen now?
No, sir. No, sir. We can't see your screen.
Okay, 1 second. What about now?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Something technical, something dodgy is going on. It's telling me it's sharing my screen, but I don't know why you can't see. All right, I've stopped sharing anyway. It's the cost, the full cost is £5.99. But if you are subscribing to 9 because of the 50% discount, that will be $2.99. But if you want to pay in installments, you still have discount, 20% discount, and half will be due to start, and the other half can be paid in 2 installments. All right. Any other question? I don't know why I can't share my screen anymore. I don't know. That's strange. Samuel, are you still sharing? No.
No.
All right.
It's
I don't know.
because Samuel is sharing. If you look on the top, it says Samuel is sharing.
Oh, Samuel, you are sharing. That's why.
Yeah, so he needs to pass it back to you.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I think I can share now. All right. Any other question, please kindly unmute yourself and ask, or you can raise your hand and I will surely call you.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go on.
Yeah. Thanks for your time and the lesson. What I want to ask is after this program, are we going to be given certificate?
I'm sure you asked this question. Probably you joined late. You didn't start the session with me. All right. Yeah. I'll say it again. So Learn with Pride, or the company as a whole itself, we believe, due to my own personal experience and personal struggle, I come to realize that in this day of age, right, certificate doesn't get you the job. So we focus on the practical and the experience and on-job practical experience that you get out of it. But that being said, a certificate of completion from Learn with Pride will still be given. But when you're talking about professional certificates, no, we don't give that. But Samuel, if you are interested as well, Samuel will tell you how you can sit for a certificate, probably on like Power BI and the rest as well. It is a good thing to have probably in your pocket, but the certificate, without the knowledge of how it is actually done, it's waste of money.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one good part about it for Power BI, you can there's a way you subscribe to the Microsoft Learning. So at the end of the day, when you complete their challenge, you'll be given a free ticket rather to take the test. You know, the test itself is $80. But once you complete the challenge, you get a free slot to take any of the tests, not just Power BI. You can take Microsoft Azure and any of the Microsoft certified tests. Do you get that?
Yeah, because what I'm concerned about the certification is there are some employer like that usually ask of maybe submit your what is it called, certification also. So that's why I'm somehow concerned.
Okay. Let me answer to that as well. As I said again, I have many different certificates in different disciplines, right? And I realized that having this certificate, despite applying for jobs, I'm not getting the job. But this is not what I realized after acquiring the knowledge. When you go for interview, see, it is a norm. It is normal when they advertise to put, or probably you must have qualification in so or so. They will put it, surely. But I tell you, if you can display your knowledge, your know-how at the interview, nobody will ask you for that certificate. Because what is the essence? There's no essence of the certificate, because you can do the job. But they can, when they are not sure about you, that, oh, is this guy really know what he's saying? Then probably they'll ask you to tender the certificate, But as I say, it's a good thing to have after you acquire the knowledge, just to do 1 or 2 certification exam. That is fine. But if you, as a company, the best we can issue you is a certificate of completion. But even that is just to showcase that you've attended. It's not that you present it to employer when you are applying for jobs, because we want to invest more on the knowledge aspect, on the practical aspect, rather than something that we just waste money on and it won't get you the job at the end of the day.
Okay.
All right. Hope we answered that. No problem. Any other question from anyone? You can either raise your hand or drop a chat, drop a message in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer that. So the start date for this should be the 6th of October. If I'm not wrong, that should be next week, Thursday. That's the proposed start date for this. And it's going to run for 4 months. It's going to be twice a week. That'll be on a Tuesday and on a Thursday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. UK time. All right, so yeah, that is it. Any question from anyone before we call it a night? I hope it's been a helpful session. If you are still in doubt of anything you want clarification on, please, this is the final call to raise your hand or unmute yourself and ask the question.
Someone is asking the equivalent of the
yeah,
naira.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, what's the question? Sorry.
What's the naira equivalent of the cost?
I think I dropped it in the chat earlier on, right?
No, it's not yet.
No.
But there's a question.
Yeah, I did. Okay, yeah. The full cost, the naira equivalent is 480. But if you are taking the advantage of the 50%, then that would be 240 But if not, then that would be, if you want to pay in installment, that would be 20% of that 480. Then half of that is due to start. Then the other half can be paid in 2 installments. I hope that is clear. Any other question? Any other question for myself or for Samuel before we call it a night?
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you well.
Okay, question I want to ask is concerning the payment. You said if you pay now, you get a 50% discount. That will be equal to about £300, if I'm correct.
That's correct, yes.
And £300 by conversion, I think it's about 140 something thousand or so. Or am I wrong?
£300 in what currency is that?
In naira.
In naira. What is the rate you are using?
I don't know. I'm using Google.
It's the lowest rate. Even it's not even the high rate now. £1 is 800.
Okay, pound is 800 naira. So
Yeah.
what you're saying, right?
Yeah. So yeah, dude. Yeah.
I'll go through that. Thank you.
All right. Some people are asking. All right, because it's late actually tonight. It is actually late. I need to put that into consideration. Okay. Yes. To Olayode John, who asked the question. All right. It will be extended to tomorrow night. So 24 hours. So because today is already over, right? So yes, it will be, the discount will be extended to tomorrow night. The 50% discount will be extended to tomorrow night.
Wow. Thank you, sir.
No problem. No problem. All right. Any final word from anyone? Any clarification before we say good night and God bless? All right. No question. Thank you, everyone, for your time. I hope it has been, the session has been helpful. and it has helped to clarify one or two things that probably you're in doubt of. But if you want to contact, you can contact us on Instagram at Learn with Pride, or if you're on the group chat, you can send any of the UK admin a message, a DM, and someone will surely get back to you on that. Thank you everyone for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful night rest. Thank you everyone. Good night.